Friday, another round, another week. So like last week, I actually have something planned for this week. I had two things planned and one thing's gonna work out, but I don't know if you can see it, but the light's just super flat today and it's overcast, and it's been pretty intermittent rain. So we're gonna try something new today that I've been wanting to try for a while, and we're gonna play with Kydex. I haven't done it before, so we'll see how it goes. So I've got two pieces of relatively straight wood, my dense closed cell foam. So the first step, according to YouTube, is to build a press, which we're gonna do. Basically just cutting the foam to fit on our boards. And then I think I'm going to use some spray adhesive if I have it. If I don't, I'm gonna end up screwing this stuff in. And I think I might do 2 layers because this stuff's pretty thin, unless I can track down some denser foam. I'm really not sure what the best route is. Okay, so we'll let that sit there for a minute and set up and come back and cut the other side, and then we'll head inside. Took me a second to find my level and track that down, so. So Kydex is cool because once you get your straight line drawn, you can put your straight edge on it and then use a draw knife to just score it, and then once it's scored, it just snaps. Much perfectly, supposedly. We'll see. In theory, it should just snap. So do one line, two lines. There we go. 3. And if I did it right, there it goes. Well, it was close to being straight, about as straight as I usually get things. So it's a 12-inch sheet of Kydex, and I'll just cut it in half, and then do the same thing, score it. Now we've got our 2 pieces. So I'm just letting the second piece of the press set up, and while I do that, we're gonna get the knife kind of prepped up a little bit. Here, come here. So what we're gonna do for that is just take our painter's tape and put a couple lengths of painter's tape on it on either side, kind of build it up a little bit, give us some wiggle room in there, and then I'll go through and cut it to length. So Just taking them lengthwise like that. Alrighty. Well, this part's ready, so I think next step will be to head inside. I don't know why I want to turn the camera off. I'm not even done talking. Head inside, get the Kydex heated up, and then drop it on our rinky-dink makeshift press and see what happens. Alright, so now we're back into the super high-tech workshop here, i.e. my kitchen, and we're going to get our 2 pieces of Kydex popped into the Kydex warmer here and get them heated up to right above 300 and pull them out and hope this works. Okay, so I don't know if that's thin enough or whatever, but the Kydex is starting to melt, which I was not expecting it to do. It's not what it did in anybody else's videos, so we're gonna very gently try to get this out of here and lay it down onto our press, but this is probably not gonna work. Okay, well, that was interesting. Sorry that happened so fast. I was not even paying attention to it. I either guess my toaster oven gets hot fast, or yeah, I don't even have a clue. So, very professionally clamp this thing down. I'm gonna sit on it for a few more minutes. I think I screwed the pooch in this one big time because I was looking at it and it did not look like it was straight or flat or anything like that, so we might have wrinkles. Might be sticking to my phone, but that's why we're doing this. It's a learning curve so I don't screw it up when I go to do it with my my pistol, which would really piss me off. Versus the Kydex made in my kitchen, which that's not a good sign right there to begin with. Better foam next time. Yeah, better foam for sure. Still hot. I probably should let it cool down some more than it did. It's still very hot, sticky. You'd think I'd learn by now when I'm doing these to put my phone on vibrate, but apparently not. So it doesn't look horrible. Maybe as it cools down some, we go to put the pins in and then clean it up with the Dremel. It'll actually look. It's not going to look that good, but I hope it looks better than it does now because it looks rough. So next time I think I'll do two things. A, I will keep an eye on it in the oven so it doesn't get horribly hot. B, I will let it sit in the press long enough for it to actually cool. Now that it's cooled off, it's not that bad. It doesn't look, I mean, it looks hella rough, but nothing that I can't clean up with a Dremel. The nice thing is the outside, this side, looks halfway decent. So just gonna kind of sketch out here what I want it to look like sheath wise, and then it'll be similar to this one. Won't have quite as deep of a retention system there. Then I'm going to hit it with the Dremel and then try to clean up all this extra nonsense that I have here. And then, so had to go to the store and get some more tools. Shocker. Seems to be a pretty common theme for me too, not having the things that I need. But we're back, so now I'm going to, get out of there. What are you doing? Huh? Now we're going to, drop 2 rivets, into this, just 2. To hold it and hopefully get the knife out from that point. And if we can get the knife out, we're going to drop the rest of the rivets in and then cut it to shape. So basically just gonna, I'm sure there's some spacing that I should be using, but I'm not going to at this point. I don't frankly care. This is just a test run. This probably won't be one that I use anyways. It'll be a backup. So we're just gonna drop some rivet holes in here and then rivet it, obviously. May or may not get enough flare out of there to flare it. I'm gonna find out in a minute. Let me go to actually test this, but we'll just go ahead and pop the next one in. Try to get some semblance of a straight line in between them though. I plan on sanding this thing down anyways because I'm going to paint it. But I'd like them to at least be somewhat close. Okay, the rivets are set. Oof, I doubt they're going to flare. We're going to try. See what happens. Punch in. Hammer. Do this right over the beam here. Started to flare the barrel there, so let's just shoot this one real fast and see what happens. So a little flare over on this side, and then obviously pretty large eyelets on this side. There's not much I can do about that, fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to look at that. So it's just going to probably ride like it is. But I think at this point I'm just going to go ahead and set 1 or 2 more rivets in line with these and then try to get the knife out. So I got the knife pulled out and the tape pulled off of it, and surprisingly enough, at least to me, it fits decently. So I'm somewhat pleased with that. I'm going to bust out the Dremel now and kind of get this thing kind of roughed out into somewhat of the shape of an actual sheath, and this one will be done and it'll be all right. Dremel, remember, safety first. Well, I can say that turned out better than I thought it would, so I think with that in mind I am going to go ahead and press with the pistol. That being said, I need to get back on YouTube and actually figure out how to like prep the pistol. I kind of know, but not exactly. So that's the next step, and then I will probably just do like a fast motion of that because I don't think we need to discuss anything else. But Steve and I are going out tomorrow on a pretty solid hike, I hope. We're gonna head out west to Steamboat Rock outside of Grand Coulee and explore that. So there should be an adventure video coming up from that. And until next week,